Do you know what the viral Pistachio Kunafa Dubai chocolate bar has in common with this year's cluttercore interior design, the excessive layering and eclectic prints trend in fashion, or even the antique logos popping up in graphic design? Maximalism. This is what we call food maximalism. If you want to stay ahead of the curve and enhance your business model, integrating this need to your food business will set you apart from your competitors. We're seeing maximalism popping up in everything from toothpaste with a bunch of different cool flavors to even the antique packaging on it. Fantasy flavors are an example of food maximalism because they evoke the fantastical elements of the gaming world. The Dubai Pistachio Kunafa chocolate bar fits perfectly into the maximalist need in the market. What's up, Alligators? This is Food Forecast, where we look at marketing trends across various industries to predict their influence and impact on the food industry. To understand why food maximalism is trending, we need to understand why minimalism was all the rave this past decade. Minimalism is somewhat of a broad term that can be applied to many areas, from art and design to product packaging and retail. It's more than just an aesthetic, it's a way of life now. Less is more. Essentially, minimalism focuses on refining elements to their most essential form. It focuses on simplicity, avoiding unnecessary decoration, and embracing a clean, uncluttered look where only the essential elements are present. In interior design, minimalism embraces the bare essentials to create a simple, uncluttered space with clean lines, simplicity, with color as a subtle accent. Scandinavian interior design is like the leading architect in this kind of trend. You may even see minimalism in newly developed houses, every building being painted the same shade of gray, flat design, dull colors, gray floors. In fashion, you may see minimalism may mean simplicity, functionality, and a style that's characterized by neutral colors, clean lines, minimal embellishments, and timeless silhouettes. In graphic design, minimalism embraces white space, a limited color palette, the design is clean, and it usually has simple typography. Now, when it comes to food, culinary minimalism was all the rave last decade, from consuming foods that use minimal ingredients, eating less processed foods that emphasized on whole food ingredients, preparing simple and easy food, to even having a tidy, organized pantry to contain all your food. Minimalism has become increasingly popular recently, and it's easy to see why. In our consumer-focused society, we're continually exposed to ads encouraging us to buy more, implying that happiness comes from owning more things. This mindset often leads us to collect items we neither need or want, using shopping as a way to handle emotions. COVID drastically altered the daily routines of many people. Being compelled to stay at home forced us to confront our belongings. Lockdown periods revealed that comfortable living only requires a few essential items. With constant shopping no longer an option, people had to find other sources of satisfaction. This situation made us realize how much we have accumulated over the years, and how much of it was unnecessary. Our fashion choices also shifted towards basic and comfortable loungewear since we weren't going out as often. It's 2024 now, and here is where the shift is starting to take place. We are starting to see maximalism starting to take its form slowly in every industry again. Maximalism in the arts is a reaction against minimalism. Maximalism is not about mindless clutter and consumption. It's not about filling your wardrobe with fast fashion produced by exploitative labor. That's not the point. Maximalism is about being thoughtful in your choices, deciding how to spend your time and money, what to put in your body, and what to surround yourself with. It's not about minimizing and restricting, it's about embracing abundance and richness. Maximalism is about occupying space fully, living life with zest and vigor. It's about saturating life with experiences and beauty, not about imposing strict control, whereas many forms of minimalism can be about control and restraint. The question remains, does minimalist philosophy carry us towards life or away from it? Minimalism's anti-consumerist and environmental principles are positive. However, these qualities often mask the true underlying motivation behind minimalism. Puritanism, in simplicity, discipline, and virtue in both form and lifestyle. Puritanism, in a simple definition, is the belief that it is important to work hard and control yourself, and that pleasure is wrong or unnecessary. Of course, extremes exist in both scenarios. Before COVID, influencers often showed how much wealth and luxury they were surrounded with, only for the public to discover that they didn't have that kind of wealth. Remember when people took pictures in fake private jets? It caused an uproar because it exposed the false reality of that extravagant lifestyle. The internet isn't real life. It's filled with influencers posing with luxury cars they don't actually own. This has been going on for centuries. Even the British would wear and flaunt their extravagant wealth in the past, from their travels or colonialism days. But this isn't the kind of maximalism I am talking about and that we would be seeing. We are looking at an emergence of cultural maximalism. In fashion, we have seen in the past that you have people talking about how this is chic and timeless because it's European, only to be corrected to find out the style has roots in India. It's almost as if African, Indian, Latino, and indigenous cultures are assumed to not be timeless. But not this year. Culturally borrowed and maximalism is on the reign. This creator does it best by incorporating food and fashion to bridge the gap of the diaspora. This year, the Dubai Pistachio Kunafa chocolate bar is going viral everywhere. Every time I open my social media, someone is recreating it because it's all sold out and currently only available in Dubai. But why is it going viral? It's the perfect definition of food maximalism. This Dubai Pistachio Kunafa chocolate bar combines a Middle Eastern/Balkan pastry with rich pistachio cream created by an Arab woman. It's a sweet, gooey, and colorful delight that oozes out of the middle of the chocolates. This confection is a visual and sensory Instagrammable delicacy, and it really embodies the principles of maximalism with its complex and indulgent layers of flavors and textures. As we become more global and interested in the way people are experiencing life, in the West we find most cultures have maximalist design elements in culinary practices that emphasize abundance and richness. The Dubai Pistachio Kunafa chocolate bar fits perfectly into the maximalist need in the market. It's not a simple plain chocolate bar, it's an extravagant fusion of traditional pastry and a popular confectionery. If you want to stay ahead of the curve and enhance your business model, integrating this need to your food business will set you apart from your competitors. We're seeing maximalism popping up in everything from toothpaste with a bunch of different cool flavors to even the antique packaging on it. We're starting to see interior design people embracing cluttercore and incorporating more color into living spaces, moving away from that minimalist gray and white walls that dominated this last decade. People are growing tired of seeing the perfect white and gray spaces on their screens and are tired of maintaining such environments in their own homes. Instead, the current trend encourages displaying personal items like pillows and books to tell your unique story, or all of my cutout magazines. This shift celebrates individuality and the beauty of lived-in, authentic spaces. In graphic design, many companies are moving away from basic, generic logos to more storytelling-oriented designs that challenge the traditional concept of white space. They are saying, actually, less is a bore. These new designs are rich in detail and meaning, conveying the brand's narrative and personality in a visually engaging way. This shift reflects a growing preference for logos that not only identify a company, but also tell a compelling story. It's creeping up everywhere. In the world of gaming, people seek excitement in gaming. The senses are already experiencing the sights and sounds of imaginary worlds. However, one type of sensory has been missing from this experience: taste. Natural fantasy and gaming flavors are emerging as a new dimension, enhancing consumer immersions in the gaming worlds. The integration of these flavors into gaming enhances immersion and connection, making the experiences more memorable and enjoyable. What truly sets these flavors apart is their ability to transport consumers into their favorite games with a single bite or sip, engaging multiple senses and triggering emotions associated with gaming experiences. Imagine drinking a potion-inspired beverage that tingles on the tongue like a magic elixir, or biting into a snack that evokes the smoky aroma of a battlefield campfire. These sensory experiences offer consumers a moment of escape in their daily lives, making the gaming world feel more tangible and real. The concept of fantasy flavors in gaming relates to food maximalism by pushing the boundaries of traditional food experience to create more intense, immersive, and imaginative sensory experiences. Food maximalism involves a bold approach to flavors and food experiences. Fantasy flavors are an example of food maximalism because they evoke the fantastical elements of the gaming world, transforming ordinary food and beverages into extraordinary story-driven experiences. The Innova Lifestyle and Attitude Survey in 2023 reported that 31% of respondents turn to food and beverage treats to boost mood and comfort. Fantasy flavors differ from everyday ones by transporting consumers to imaginative realms. As the trend of using treats to boost mood continues to grow, the appeal of fantasy flavors is likely to expand, offering gamers a new way to reconnect with their favorite virtual worlds. The companies that are adding more maximalist elements to their food brand or businesses are seeing hints of massive success and are changing the culture. Incorporating maximalism can help attract attention and create unique, culturally rich experiences that resonate with today's audiences. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more food forecast. Are you seeing food maximalism or minimalism in the market? Let me know your thoughts below.